Welcome back, YouTubers, to our 1000th Raw review with us, the British Fist. I am Mr. Parkin here in this corner, and sitting next to me, I think you could fairly say he is Triple H Mark #1, and we got him in 2 segments tonight, so we got 2 mark-out moments for MJ, and 1 for you guys as well, as we say hello to MJ.
What's up?
Make sure you guys subscribe over, like this video, and get any thoughts and comments you have on the variety of things you can comment on in this 1000th edition of Raw.
Make sure you contact us in the links in the description box below.
Indeed, and I think it's fair to say that there was a lot of buzz surrounding this show as the 1000th episode, and I think one thing that we do need to remember, to all the people that have nitpicked this show to death, especially on Twitter, you need to remember, guys, it's a celebration. That's all I'll say about that. It was a celebration of 1000 Raws, so please stop nitpicking and just try and enjoy this show. That's all I will say.
That's the thing with the WWE, especially with this show, they're all about the entertainment and giving you what they've given us in the past, all adding up to this particular show.
They gave us a very special, interesting, and one could say memorable show tonight. We opened the show with that nice video package of all the Raw sort of great moments. It was like, yeah, we've had some really good moments in these 1000 episodes of Raw, haven't we, since 1993, January 11th.
That's very true, because the thing about the video package is that it showed the past stuff, the things that we missed, and also some recent stuff, so it shows that even though things have changed, you still get good moments now.
Yeah, indeed. Good. And we open the celebration of 1000 editions of Raw with none other than the chairman, Vince McMahon. I think this was the right opener, in my opinion, as he is the owner, and he basically said thank you to all the fans, and he looked very happy with his little toy, didn't he? Raw, Monday Night Raw.
And so he should. The only thing I was a bit doubtful about was the crowd weren't really with it as much as I was hoping for, but Vince McMahon had a short talk in the ring, and he should be happy with what he's done, because even though we've been saying bad things about it, it's still been 1000 episodes of entertainment for us fans. And
a very successful businessman that Vince McMahon is, one may say. 1000 episodes of Raw is a very big achievement. So thank you, Vince McMahon, for giving us Raw. Although Vince McMahon didn't get much of a reaction, DX opening the show definitely got a good reaction, didn't it, MJ?
Oh yes, D-Generation X, Shawn Michaels, the Heartbreak Kid, and Triple H, the Game. They come out to the pop they deserve, and oh boy, they got the crowd buzzing ready for this show.
Yeah. And it wasn't just the 2. No, it wasn't just the 2. They introduced Badass Billy Gunn, Road Dogg Jesse James, and X-Pac in that WCW Invasion tank. That was pretty cool, wasn't it? Seeing the whole of DX form.
And the thing is the way they introduced it, there was more of us here, They come down, the pop for them was just as big. What a group it was. Yeah, China up there because she messed up her career big time. But these members here, oh boy, they're on fire tonight.
I tell you what, to hear the Outlaws catchphrase, the tag team champions of the world, that was an amazing moment for me. I love that. And then you had the beat ass Billy. That was kind of funny, wasn't it? I love it when they did that.
I think with this, they should have gone all out, gone through all the bad language, bad talking, forget the PG. This is D-Generation X, the motherfucking D-Generation X. Wow.
Indeed. Triple H says he'll be there for Raw 2000. You definitely will, Hunter, because you'll probably be the co-owner by then with Stephanie McMahon. That's all I'll say. So, do you know what? Then they brought Damien Sandow out, didn't they? And I was thinking, oh, man, what a rub this is for Damien Sandow. Bringing him out in the opening of one of the biggest Raws of all time, going up against D-Generation X. Yes, they kind of buried him a little bit, but he got a nice rub from it. It was nice that they introduced Damien Sandow, a great character, in this segment, and it did give him a big rub, in my opinion, being involved with D-Generation X in the opener of the 1000th Raw.
Because that's the thing, you have the great mic talkers in the ring be D-Generation X. Why not bring up one more great mic talker being Sandow? He comes into the ring with the best tag, or back, shall we say, there are. He got his mic time, but obviously it all came down to what D-Generation does best, take people down with their moves.
Kind of got the feeling that Damien Sandow felt a little bit left out, really. Yeah, they pretty much buried him, but whatever. You got Damien Sandow involved in a very good segment with DX, and so I thought this was a really good way to open the show, despite the fact that it did go on 20 minutes, but I was entertained.
Very true, and they brought out a new shirt, so I'm sure that'll be pretty popular.
It will be popular indeed, and so will Sandow's robe and beard, in my opinion. I'm trying to grow a beard like Sandow. It'll take some time. I'm getting there. I've already got the nickname Ginger Beard. We then had a match. We didn't have many of these on Raw, but again, it was about the celebration. It wasn't necessarily about having matches, ROH spots. Rey Mysterio, Sin Cara, and Sheamus versus Chris Jericho, Del Rio, and Ziggler. We had Jim Ross on commentary for this one for like a little bit. We only had him to commentate this one match. Bit of a shame, really. I thought he'd be like the main event as well, probably.
That's the thing with Jim Ross being one of the memorable commentators throughout the history. It was a shame that he weren't here throughout the show. They stuck to the original one they have now, Jerry Lawler and Michael Cole. But just to see him there, make him actually appear on this show was very nicely done.
Sheamus gets the victory, of course, as we come to it. But the segment to me seemed more about Ziggler getting the cheap shot on Jericho and setting up that feud down the line, which I do think could be a very good feud for Ziggler. I like the fact that they concentrated at least a little bit on this show with all the legends and stuff on Ziggler and Jericho.
Even though we complain about Sheamus getting the wins, predictable, blah, 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 the way they did, I think we can let this one go because it was Ziggler thinking, I don't care, you did a move to me on Raw, take this, down you go, broke it, match over, and that definitely gives more action towards that feud we'll probably be getting.
And see what I mean about little nitpicking guys who are trying to enjoy this show as the 1000th episode. In the next segment, we have the Funkasaurus squashing Jack Swagger, the former WWE and Money in the Bank winner. But hey, Jack Swagger's a jobber now, so hell, why not? You even had Dude Love out there with the Funkasaurus. That was kind of cool, wasn't it?
But the thing about this is that I was expecting all Mankind's gimmicks to be involved tonight. Probably. But having Dude Love, the one that Vince McMahon invented for this, and the way it went down pretty well. It was not the best answer that we were expecting with Rikishi, but with this segment, nonetheless, it was a great moment to see. The only thing I'm going to say is, what the hell was Funkasaurus wearing?
Oh god, I don't know what he was wearing, but it kind of fit, I guess, some sort of American thing. I don't really know what it is. If you want to get over with the crowd, you wear some kind of American gimmick. It worked for Funkasaurus. It didn't work for Lex Luger, but it could work for Funkasaurus. They had the old dancing thing at the end with Dude Love. That was kind of cool seeing Dude Love, though. And Socko to Jack Swagger as well. Just bury him some more because no one gives a shit about the guy anymore. Alright. We had a backstage segment which I thought was quite funny. We had AJ and Layla, and then outside the door, we had Hacksaw Jim Duggan. We had Piper and Truth playing skipping rope with Little Jim. And then they decided to relive the worst storyline we've ever seen on WWE TV to a point where I just couldn't stop laughing. They had a guy in a hand suit with Mae Young, guys, reliving the old Mark Henry Mae Young, giving birth to a hand storyline.
That was the key thing missing. Mark Henry coming in the background, enjoying this memorable moment. Because Mark Henry's still not around, but this was, yeah, it got us laughing, but a time we didn't want to remember.
And people say the Attitude Era was good and it spawned this storyline. Fucking hell. We then get to the AJ and Daniel Bryan wedding. The first thing we got was Slick. We had Slick coming out and being the Reverend, and he was pretty damn good as Reverend. I praise the Lord. He was a typical black Reverend man for this wedding of all proportionate proportions, man.
The way he spoke definitely made this part stand out. I would have probably gone with just an idea when I saw this. Eric Bischoff in a mask again. Go back to that time. That would have been pretty bad.
Why not relive it? You relive most storylines on this show.
Very true. But this one, I'm not going to complain, by the way. I really enjoyed this. The way he spoke, the way he spoke to the crowd before AJ moved him along. Very nicely done.
Marriage is a sacred bond between two people that love each other. Is there anyone in this room that testifies to their marriage being done? Yeah, me! You should be marrying me! I'm just saying, AJ. Anyway, enough spotlight on me.
This, again, it went down completely the wrong direction. I wasn't expecting it. Because we expected, like, Kane, Ambrose, Miz, or just something big, badass like that. But instead, they actually go through, get the rings on, say yes, 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 and then all of a sudden, the twist happens.
Vince McMahon had a business proposal for AJ, and I was thinking, is this more of a personal business proposal than a business proposal? It turns out that the new GM of Raw is AJ Lee.
So,
what the fuck?
So we say that she gets too much TV time already, and this is going to double it now because she's going to make her own wild matches for us to enjoy starting next week.
Whose idea was this to put AJ Lee as the GM? What the fuck? I mean, they built her up on TV into this character, but Why have they made it AJ Lee of all people? What the fuck is going on?
The real big sad thing about this is that yes, she's the GM, she's going to get a show more on TV, but the match that we wanted her to see, the Divas Championship, may not be happening now.
She could book herself in the match, I guess, but we got a tease of that earlier, but I don't think it's going to be happening. We get Daniel Bryan going in saying, that was a big news story. AJ is the new GM, guys. Put your thoughts on that in the comment section below. One of many stories in this Raw. Daniel Bryan goes insane, and then all of a sudden out comes CM Punk, and I'm like, why is CM Punk coming out? I'm not really sure. He comes out to make fun of Goatface. Daniel Bryan, sorry. Oh, sorry, I forget. Who's this Daniel Bryan guy again?
I really don't know him anymore. The whole show really showed us how great Daniel Bryan is.
Daniel Bryan didn't have a good show today, did he?
Not very much. But there's CM Punk coming out. I thought he was going to bring up the jokes of AJ, but basically came here and tried to make Daniel Bryan sound all great and that. But then all of a sudden, here comes the great one, The Rock!
I am the best motherfucking wrestler of all time! No, you're not! The Rock is the great one! The people's champion! He come out and he pretty much owned Daniel Bryan. And Daniel Bryan was sitting there with his beard thinking, I'm in the ring with The Rock! I gotta try and look tough, but I can't I'm marking out because I'm in the ring with The Rock. I was in Ring of Honor, now I'm in the ring with The Rock. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god!
And now I've got a wedding present for you. Rock bottom!
I did like the fact you had Rock squaring up to Daniel Bryan. And then basically the business end of this segment was The Rock was talking about facing the WWE champion, who could be CM Punk or Cena or whatever, at the Royal Rumble. What are your thoughts on this? I mean, it's given... The Royal Rumble, in my opinion, is already a main event draw in the Rumble. I think a pay-per-view like Survivor Series could have done with this, but I like the news. Rock is going to be going after the WWE champion at Royal Rumble. That's a big match.
Well, the way I see it is that Royal Rumble is really close to WrestleMania, so if Rock, or when Rock becomes the WWE champion, he didn't have to be there that long before WrestleMania. Yeah. So with this going, we've got the Royal Rumble itself and a big main event match. So I'm really pleased that we're going to get this match, and The Rock is going to be, as we know, at the Royal Rumble.
Please be CM Punk. Rock versus CM Punk. I'd like to see it at WrestleMania, but I don't want to see Rock versus Cena twice in a lifetime. Yeah. Just saying, WWE. So it looks like Daniel Bryan's heel now or something. I don't really know what they did with Daniel Bryan here.
Face, heel, he's none of them. He's buried.
Yeah, he's pretty much buried because even Charlie Sheen buried Daniel Bryan, a possible SummerSlam match. Even the fan at ringside managed to... Everyone was burying Daniel Bryan. So I bet ROH spots were like, oh man, this is stupid, man. They're burying our superstar.
Oh, this Daniel Bryan. Let's see how he climbed out this one.
Let's see how he does it. Next we had our... So after that big news, what do you think of that, guys? Rock versus the WWE Champion at Royal Rumble. Should be a big one. Give us your thoughts in the comment section. One of many big news stories from tonight's Raw. The IC Championship match was next. We had Bret Hart introducing the guys. He talked about how his best moment was beating Mr. Perfect for that IC belt. And as he said that, I thought to myself, man, the IC belt used to mean so much. And then Cody Rhodes made it mean a little bit more. And it started to mean a little bit less since then. I kind of, but he was Christian against The Miz. Now, I like The Miz. But why is he getting this title shot? I mean, I don't want to nitpick too much, but he hasn't won a match in 6 months, and then he becomes the new IC champion. What the fuck?
The thing I look at this, at first, like I said many times, they could have done a poll on SmackDown to determine this match, but The Miz gets this match out of nowhere. But I'm very pleased, a guy who we do want to see get rebuild back up, a guy to see who's going to be a strong mid-carder. Yes, Christian could have been the strong base mid-carder, but The Miz, he's back in the championship role, and he's awesome!
He is indeed the awesome one. They seem to put a lot of emphasis on Christian's knee injury as well, which led to that victory, but The Miz winning the IC Championship, oh god, he hasn't... Why didn't they at least think him win a match or something? I don't know, but I don't want to nitpick too much, but let's move on to the second hour main event segment. Miz is your new IC champion, guys. Speak of all the crazy things that have happened tonight, Miz is the new IC champ. We then have Triple H's second segment of the night. And by the way, may I just take this time to say, I know Cody Rhodes wasn't on the show, but I'm here representing my boy Cody Rhodes, and he's here representing his boy Triple H, who appeared twice in this show and in a couple of backstage segments, including one with Trish, where they relived an old 2000 storyline. Remember that?
And that gave the other DX members another shot in the show. Very nicely done. I enjoyed it.
Do you know what? X-Pac is really good with the ladies, isn't he? Yeah, he's really good with the... Oh, okay, sorry, it doesn't matter, MJ. That's what he's really good with the ladies. Trish Stratus didn't like X-Pac, did she?
Not much at all.
He's always been a hit with China. But there we go. We get the Triple H and Lesnar segment next. We have Triple H coming out, which, of course, he marked out for because he's a Triple H mark. We have Paul Heyman coming out and saying, well, Brock Lesnar's answer is no. And we were thinking, well, by the end of this segment, I think that something might change that answer. Heyman makes fun of Triple H's children. Oh, they're going to go personal here, aren't they?
And this was good because, yes, Triple H got in his face and went, don't talk about my kids. And as soon as he backed off, he does it again. And all of a sudden, this brings out, I'm all grown up now.
She is all grown up, and she's still pretty hot. A hot mother, a MILF. A mother I would like to fuck. Stephanie McMahon comes out saying that Paul Heyman is masking his failures in WWF and WCW and ECW into the lawsuits, and she basically grinds him down, pretty much owned him on the mic, really, and grinds him down to the point where he's like, Triple H, you want Lesnar? You want to get destroyed? You want Daddy's little girl's husband to get destroyed? It's on! It's on!
The thing is, with Paul Heyman, he's the great one on mic. He definitely looked forward to his promos. But in this case, the McMahon, the Hunters family, sure showed them who's the boss, who's in charge, and where this match is leading. Because now we've got the match at SummerSlam. And yes, it was Brock Lesnar it was Paul Heyman who made Brock Lesnar's choice. Yeah. But this... after they slapped down and started beating down Heyman, out he comes the Brock Lesnar.
Yeah, Brock Lesnar comes out and him and Triple H pretty much go at it in the ring for around about a minute or two. It's funny how little reaction Brock Lesnar got, especially compared to his debut on Raw and after WrestleMania. Got not very much reaction.
Who's Brock Lesnar?
Yeah, not many people in the crowd seem to know who Brock Lesnar was. I think it's because he's been away from TV so long, which meant this angle has kind of died a little bit.
And hopefully they can relive it between now and SummerSlam. But the thing about this is, it made so many people, even people tweeting it, I'm going to take off my top, you know. I'm going to take off my top. I'm going to take off my top, show you my abs.
You don't have Triple H abs, so unfortunately, you would love to have them though, wouldn't you? I know you're that much of a mark. Basically, so Triple H comes out on top on Lesnar in the brawl in the ring, and Triple H ends the segment on top. Like I said, I'm not going to nitpick too much. I just felt Lesnar should have been put a little bit stronger here, but that's just me. It's about Triple H getting his revenge.
My nitpick taking away that is Brock Lesnar did break his arm, and now that was his big time. He sounds like big over Triple H. Yeah. Then all that lawsuit that Heyman filled in for Lesnar, and then Triple H coming out on top, evens it out, builds up to SummerSlam, and oh boy, I'm ready for this match.
Just want to ask you guys out there a question. Do you think Brock Lesnar, since his loss, over John Cena at Extreme Rules, has lost a lot of steam? I just want to ask you guys, do you think they're booking him correctly? Leave us your thoughts in the comment section below. We'll just say that right now. After this, we had all the culmination of the Heath Slater squash match and bullshit, and we find out that Heath Slater, the one-man band, he sucks pretty much, but would face Lita. That was a bit underwhelming, wasn't it? I was expecting Stone Cold Steve Austin, and he wasn't on this Raw, was he? Which is a shame.
No, the sad thing about this, before this match, before the advert commercials, we had a big Austin package, really hyping up his feud with Vince McMahon, and really makes us think, are they really teasing something, ready for his outburst at Heath Slater? Lita comes out, I'm not bashing it, because seeing her again, we didn't really get a Divas match, so having Trish and Lita here tonight, and Mae Young, was very nicely built up. But there was more to come.
Oh yeah, Lita hired a bit of protection. No, that doesn't mean condom, people. That means the Acolytes Protection Agency, Farouk and Bradshaw. Good to see that tag team back again, protecting an innocent young female who was wearing a little bit of a short blouse there, may I say. You can see her tits.
Very true, because with this, JBL was more serious and Farouk was just there. And it was straight to the point. They got into the ring,
all the legends
scared Slater off, but then all of a sudden, as Slater tried to escape because of how bad APA were and still are, out comes the rest of the legends.
Ew, what a rash! Yeah, they had all the legends pretty much come out, throw Heath Slater in the ring. He gets dominated by APA and Lita, and yeah, that was the payoff for all those legends coming out and destroying. Damn! And we had the damn moment as well. I thought he was going to say something like, "You got owned!" I thought they may say something like that, but they stuck with the formulaic Farouk catchphrase. But yeah, it's just a shame. Just a shame Austin wasn't involved with this Raw. I thought this has been a good time to have him come out and stun Heath Slater.
With this being the 1000th episode of Raw, as I've said before, Vince McMahon has even said Rock and Austin were the ones who made Monday Night Raw, and to not have Austin there apart from video packs throughout the night, quotes, or the one before this match. It was really sad that you weren't here.
We had 6 jobbers tonight confronting Kane. You know, the guys from NXT. I think we had Jinder Mahal, Tyler Rex, Kurt Hawkins, Drew McIntyre, Camacho, and Hunico confronting Kane in the ring, and I'm like, where's this going? All of a sudden,
the old era of Kane, you know, when he could take out so many wrestlers in one time. I was hoping for that, but we got one thing better.
Ding! We got the return of King Shredder. No, sorry, no disrespect, Undertaker. That was trending worldwide, I think it was. But we got the return of the Phenom Undertaker. The best entrance in wrestling history, you could say. And this was I know it takes a long time, but the Brothers of Destruction reunite to dominate 6 jobbers.
That was the thing, because they did it well. There was times when I thought Kane was going to attack Undertaker from behind, but the fact these two are reunited, yes, we don't know what direction these two are going to go in for SummerSlam, but seeing these two in the ring, Kane's back to his face because he's back with Undertaker, but I'm not saying it bad about this, because I felt the darkness upon us all is back.
Indeed. It did seem like a sort of special moment, the Brothers of Destruction reuniting to eliminate 6 jobbers. Drew McIntyre is one of them. Oh dear. Do you remember when Drew McIntyre beat Kane at the Elimination Chamber 2010? I'm just saying, imagine what 2 years can do for a guy. But let's move on to the main event then. We're 21 minutes into this video. We knew this would be a long one, but let's move on to the main event. We've got a lot to say about this one. CM Punk versus John Cena for the WWE Championship was our main event of the evening. It's nice to see the WWE Championship and CM Punk main eventing a kind of pay-per-view feeling Raw, and it should have main evented the show as well, despite the fact that Rock's big announcement was kind of halfway through the show, not in any important slot or anything.
No, with Rock, obviously him being the attraction week after week after week, he's coming to this Monday Night Raw. This was the focus that was throughout the night, because the amount of times they showed this match coming up, it was really showing how important this should be, and here it is.
Yeah, they were having a nice match, weren't they, until Big Show interfered and knocks out John Cena. We have a conflicted CM Punk who tries to pin Cena, but of course Cena kicks out because, as Jerry Lawler said, he is Superman. Do you remember that?
Ripped him!
He ripped him just like he ripped Bret Hart's family. But yeah, so then, of course, we get them going at it again for a little bit, and then Big Show comes out again. I'm not sure why he came out twice. Why don't he just come out and cause a DQ? He calls the DQ, and I imagine this will lead us something to SummerSlam or something maybe involving Cena, Punk, and Big Show. But it seems to me, you had The Rock come out after this, and then you had him about to hit the People's Elbow on Big Show, and then CM Punk stops Rock from doing the People's Elbow and hits the GTS on Rock, and I'm like, have WWE turned CM Punk heel? Have WWE made CM Punk interesting again? Could this be true?
The thing about this segment I'm going to quickly say is that they've hinted more Punk and Rock more than Cena, because Cena was laid out for this, and it was CM Punk who got the last move on The Rock. So even if we do somehow swerve it round to Cena and Rock, which we shouldn't see, they really teased the Rock and Punk feud. Yeah, this match got a bit out of the case, but Cena lost his cash in.
Cena lost his cash in. So he is technically the first guy to lose his cash in, which is kind of cool, isn't it? John Cena loses his cash in. CM Punk keeps the championship via a DQ. I imagine this will work, something between Cena, Punk, and Big Show at the SummerSlam pay-per-view. Who really knows? But CM Punk, apparently, I think from what I gathered here, because he was getting booed at the end, is heel. And they're going to make him a heel going into probably the Royal Rumble match facing The Rock. Kind of indicates that Punk may stay the champion for over a year.
I think they should, because at the time we do need a champion who could say, I've been the champion for a year. And the fact this part of the year now, he's actually going to have probably stronger matches. He's going to have stronger opponents, especially when he has Cena, Big Show again, and then The Rock. Very nicely wrapped up.
And, you know, could WWE have made CM Punk more interesting by turning him heel, rather than this cookie-cutter, sort of second clear-cut babyface? Do you think that they could have made CM Punk a bit more interesting, turning him heel? Do you think that was the right decision? Definitely didn't expect it, like a lot of things on this show. But do you think this could make CM Punk a little bit more interesting now that he's heel?
At first, I thought if they kept his outspoken gimmick they had last year, they could have kept him as a really strong face throughout the year. But now this heel turn that we're possibly getting here, I think his character could go really well here. A top heel in the company. Yes, we have others coming in, but Punk was a great heel.
He was a great heel, and that's all I can say. He was a great heel, and yeah, nice way to end the show, I guess. Definitely a surprise. Punk beating down The Rock and giving him a GTS. Never thought I'd see that let's say 5 years ago. Never thought I'd say that 5 years ago. CM Punk GTSing The Rock.
The Rock actually allowed Punk to take him down after a flying clothesline. Very nicely done for Punk. Made him look strong. Yes, he had to determine if he actually wanted to go ahead with all these moves he did, but nicely wrapped up at the end.
See all you guys out there. That is how you put a guy over. That is how a legend like Rock puts a guy over in the current company. I'm just saying, despite the fact that we've seen her at WrestleMania. But that was good. Overall thoughts on this 1000th Raw then, NJ?
Nothing really wrong. The only point I had is they really concentrate on the Raw half of this. Like Cody Rhodes went there. The Intercontinental, yes, that got changed over to Miz. And then we didn't really get much direction for Sheamus. But overall, this Raw was one of the best we've had in a long, long time. And thank you, WWE. This 1000th Raw went sky high.
There was a lot of mark-out moments in this show. And also there was a lot of newsworthy moments. AJ is the new GM. You know, the main event with CM Punk turning heel. Rock is going to face the champion at Royal Rumble. SummerSlam is going to be main evented by Triple H and Brock Lesnar. So a lot of stuff happened on the show that hyped up future things. And it was, and I mean, like I said, it was a really nice celebration of 1,000 episodes of Raw. And the fact that WWE managed to get to the landmark. And I enjoyed this show. I do fear for future 3-hour Raws, I will say that. But this 3-hour Raw was very entertaining. WWE obviously put a lot of effort into this show, despite the fact they probably sort of just thought, fuck Money in the Bank, we're just going to make this show good. But after all the shit we've got recently on Raw, we finally get something really good. And I'm not really surprised. I expected WWE to deliver on this show with all the effort they put into it.
I really very much enjoyed this show. There was a lot of interaction on Twitter. There was a lot of interaction on Facebook. This went sky high, very nicely done. Yes, we're probably going to get a few more on SmackDown. And I wonder if SmackDown, when they get to the 1000th episode, will they get as much concentration? I think not. Nah,
probably not. It'll probably still be taped, won't it? They might go, oh, we're going to go live. But anyway, but like I said, a very entertaining 1000th Raw celebration for WWE. Thank you, Vincent Mann, and it has been an iconic show. Like I said, I do fear for the future 3-hour Raws and what they're going to do there, but I'm going to concentrate on the good for now and just say it was a very entertaining show. Give us your thoughts on the show down in the comment section below. We do hope that you stuck through this whole review, despite the fact that we've been going at it for nearly, what, 27 minutes now? There was a lot to talk about, though. Come on, you've got to give us a own here.
And we all know that you great supporters of British Fist will watch us till the very end and leave your support in the comment section below.
Indeed. And NJ, I'm going to let you do an outro for this, as I usually do.
Well, thank you very much, people. This has been 1,000 episode of Raw that is worth tuning into. Let the good times come. And WWE, thank you very much. Hashtag, thank you very much, Vince McMahon. But till next time, from Mr. Parkin and me, NJ, it's all about the game, and goodbye.